Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So the
Welcome back.
so the question was, if you had a business, you have a restaurant, what is the most important thing for you as an employer to your employees? Like, what would you prefer them to have as a quality as opposed to any other quality from an employee?
I would want them to be dependable, reliable. You need to be able to depend on them, that they will come to work every day on time. Believe that they're going to do their job accurately and to the best of their ability, and not just, make sure they're giving full effort. And they're working at a high skill level. I have to be able to believe that about them.
Right, I agree. I think, and I was saying that for people is generally like you want to surround yourself with the most reliable individuals. Given certain occasions, like there's people that are reliable in certain situations. So I would argue, because people were talking about Epstein, that people surrounded themselves around him because of his resources and dismissed his character because his resources were more important to them, and they could overlook certain traits.
Yep. And that's not something you should overlook. Minimal things that won't affect you in a negative way if it comes out, or even if it doesn't come out privately, it could affect you. If it's something like that that can make a big impact on your life or someone else's life, or it involves harming someone, that's where you draw the line. Like, you gotta have some boundaries.
What if he's like a junkie, right? But
who's the junkie? Epstein?
The person that works for you at your restaurant. But he's still reliable. Like, he's a junkie. Like, he do his shit, but he do his shift.
He does heroin.
Yeah, he do heroin. This motherfucker, he fucked up.
If I caught you,
but you'll never catch them because they so good at what they do. Like, they prepare the meals the best. You don't know he do heroin. You don't know he do heroin. Somebody told you that. Somebody told you this nigga was a junkie.
Fall in the fryer or something, put his hand in there.
Nah, he good. He been working for you for mad long.
That's a liability. You can't be. And you said a restaurant.
He reliable.
You cannot be doing that.
He a reliable
I've seen
junkie.
People high before.
He a reliable junkie.
Nah, not for like.
So
the way that high is, you can't it's not like smoking weed or something like that, which I don't think you should come. And that's another thing. What I said about it depends on the person, right? Because I could smoke
weed. You should let him come to work.
No. That's you didn't let me finish. I said that's another general thing, like what I said before. I can go to work and still work to the same capacity or whatever and still do my job correctly if I. So a lot of people say that they can't work what they got, or depending on what they're doing, like they can't do that what they have. So that's like I said before about listening to music. Some people can still do their job and have an earbud in their ear or whatever, but the majority of people can't do that. They're gonna fuck up. People be fucking up when they're not distracted. So if you add that to it, then they're gonna make more errors or whatever. So you can't go by the outliers of the people or who are what you call exceptional or whatever. You have to go by general. General people are average. A lot of people in positions of power, bosses and managers, some of them, the entry level people be smarter than them, but they was at their job long enough, or they kissed the right ass, or they like most of the time be tenure, like they've been in for a while, but you could tell, like, they not, it'd be some shit that they don't know how to do. You telling them how to do shit, or you doing stuff that they supposed to be doing, and they are above you. Like, so it's like, and then you be feeling dumb, too. Well, this has happened to me before, or whatever, and other people have said that they experienced this, too. And it's like, you're in charge of me, telling me what to do, and I gotta listen to you, and I'm smarter than you. Like, I don't know. It just makes me feel like, or not necessarily smart, maybe in this area, because I could pick up on things, I catch mistakes that you made, or whatever, and you're in charge of me. So like, how does that work? But that's the norm. I think there are a lot of people, because they don't just look at your ability to do the job. That's not the only criteria that they include when they're looking for it. You have to be malleable. You have to be able to follow directions and stuff. Some people, sometimes you might have to kiss some ass, and some people are not willing to do that. They can still do their job, but they're not going above and beyond. They be like, I got a life outside, and it's not their world or whatever. And somebody else, they want to be employee of the month or something. Like, so they be, and then they don't get no extra money for that shit. And they like, but I mean, I'm not saying don't have passion about your job, but it's like some people be overdoing it, but those be the people, like, because there's multiple places where I work where I felt like this, but there was this one I know for a fact, because they would talk about it.
What you put in.
I was a receptionist
most of the time
at this nursing home, and this lady worked there, right? I was working on the weekend at first, and then I would fill in for her during the week if she called out or something. She would call me and let me know, like, can you come in to work for me tomorrow, whatever. So then the office manager position opened up, and then she got that position. So then I took her position as the receptionist full time. Then I had to train another one to do the same thing I did. Only work. We split up the weekend, and then during the week, if I don't come in, I can call her and be like, can you fill in for me or whatever. So then, but now this lady that got moved up to the office manager position, she had been there for a little longer, not that long, but longer than me or whatever. And but people would always complain about her, or the other employees, like, because we had to write up documents and stuff for the nurses and stuff, or for the director, different stuff they would tell us to do, or whatever. We had to type it up and print out copies and do file paperwork, whatever. The receptionist work or whatever. But we did it for, everybody. And like, the nurses would bring stuff up and be like, can you type this up for me so I can put something to put on the bulletin board to let all the nurses know this is what you need to do today, or to do a schedule. Or I had to send CNAs out with the patients if they had doctor's appointments, so I had to schedule that. And I could write people up too. Like, now, and all of this, they're giving me all this extra responsibility or whatever, because I feel like having to write people up, train people, wasn't paying me what I feel like that was work. That wasn't told to me in the beginning I was going to do, but I didn't say nothing, I did it, whatever. I liked that job, actually, or whatever. So then the office manager, after they switched her, then she was complaining about it. Mind you, the other staff member, the nurse stuff, they didn't really like her like that. They thought she was like stuck up. I didn't have no issue with her, but I could see why they felt the way that they did, because I see how she would talk to other people and stuff, but we was cool or whatever. And she was mad rude to the lady that I was training, which was older than both of us. Like, she was older than me, but then the other lady was even older or whatever. And she was taking a long time to get it, but I was being patient. I was being nice. Cause I'm not gonna do that. Even in my head, I'll be like talking shit or whatever, like, or whatever. But I'm not gonna make you feel bad and be like, I was still being nice and I was being patient with her or whatever, showing her how to. But she wasn't. She was having a hard time. She got it eventually, but she was having a hard time. But then she asked me. Now she's sitting right over there, like we sitting here. The other office, the office manager office is right there. And she told me to come here. She asked me, how's it going? Like, we've been training her and she getting it. She right there. And I'm standing in her office. She got the door open so she could hear what we saying or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, cause she got some stuff, but it was like she was having a hard time, and it wasn't like, to me it wasn't difficult stuff, but she was. But I don't know. I try to be nice, cause it's not like she probably just needed more time, cause it had only been a couple of days or something or whatever. So she was like, I know she's not getting it because I was trying to tell her and she didn't know how to do this or that or whatever. Like, I don't know if she's gonna cut it. She might have. I don't know. She was just talking junk. It was true, but it was fucked up because she was sitting right across the whole, like, it's in the same room basically. There's like 4 offices in that room, and then the front desk. She's sitting at the front desk, and she had the office by the door or whatever, like a few feet away, and the door's open. Like, that's why I ain't really say nothing. I'm like, I don't want to be talking about her, and she's saying, not because I'm scared, but that's just messed up, and she was a nice lady. Like, that's rude or whatever, and I don't want to, didn't want her to hear this or whatever. And I still wasn't really going to say. I was just going to try to help her, but she was kind of rushing it. But I was trying to still show her or whatever. But anyway, the lady heard us or whatever, and I came back to the desk. She was like, "Yeah, I heard what she said or whatever." Then she got up and I guess she went to the bathroom. I don't know. Maybe she cried. I feel like that's what happened, and I feel bad because. Like, she should have did that. That's unprofessional anyway, you at work or whatever. But and that's just the point that I'm saying. She would be rude to other people. They didn't like her. When they would tell her to type stuff up, she didn't do it properly or whatever. Like the director and the other guy, I forgot what his position, but they both work in the front end, like the highest position there or whatever. That's non-clinical or whatever. And they didn't like her. They didn't even like her. Not let alone that she didn't do her job properly, but they didn't like her neither. But one of the guys, he went to college with her husband. That's how she got that job in the first place, and then she got the office manager position because she was there for probably about a year or something. And she was there longer than me, but. If people complaining, you ain't typing stuff right, you not doing stuff, you not showing up, she would lie on her kids and be like, they sick. And I know she lying because she told me that she just, because I had to fill in for her when she did that or whatever. So, like, and people be calling out, but like I said, you need to be reliable. Like, that's not, and I know this even upper levels of, other higher positions and of employment, they be doing that a lot too at jobs that I worked at. You're not showing up. Like, how you going? It's bad enough if you do it, and I'm guilty. I have called out for. I didn't do it excessively, but I would call out because sometimes I really need that. Customer service is draining. But yeah, so. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, you just got, like, if you're in a higher position, you should come to work even more so than someone that's entry level because you got higher responsibilities. Because you got bigger responsibilities, and they will call out a lot. Like they will. I'm like, well, I don't know if they called out or if it was scheduled, but they would not be at work a lot. Every week, every 2 weeks, you go on a vacation or you got 3 days off or whatever. What the hell are you doing? Like, or whatever. Like, I just feel like you want an entry level position. I mean, person to do that. So it would make more sense if somebody at a higher level, you got more responsibility. People is in charge of you. Like now they gotta find somebody to replace you when you don't come or whatever. Where the entry level person, they're easier to be replaced, and if and you have more of them than you have of the, the upper echelon, like manager, team leads, stuff like that, or whatever. There's always more entry level than there are the people to help them, to show them what to do or whatever, monitor their whatever their tasks are that they're supposed to be doing or whatever. So it's like the point I'm making, like people be in higher position, they be fucking up, they don't be knowing what they doing sometimes, fuck up the whole company, take it to pieces because you inherited that shit and you don't know what you're doing. But and now they put all these extra requirements and stuff on jobs for you to find employment. Like you have to have at least an associate's for a lot of jobs that I've seen. Not everything you can find something without it, but it's even the most basic things they're requiring you to have a degree. But a degree doesn't dictate your intellect or your ability to do the job. That's just a formality. That's just you have to at least have that for us to consider you at some time because they might be like required or whatever. If they say it's suggested or something like that, then you might get away with it. But if it's a requirement, then they're not even going to interview you if you don't have that. And it's like for the most basic shit that you don't know, and then the people that be doing it, they don't even know what they doing. They be having a degree. People with degrees be ditzy as hell. Not all the time, and I'm not saying a degree doesn't matter. If it's and it depends what you have a degree in, because some shit be useless or whatever. And a lot of people went to school for shit, even if it is something, and they're not doing what they went to school for. So, um, but just because you went to college, that doesn't mean, you know, that you're more equipped to do the job than someone that didn't or whatever. It just looks better on paper. And just because you don't have a degree doesn't mean that you can't. I think you should. Um, and I think they just be hiring. Like I said, they're more focused on
Let me go check. I think I can.
malleability and how people, how quick, how how submissive they are. And follow direction. Make sure you close the door because she's coming. And um, that's more important to employers when they're looking for employees than your ability to do the job. Your ability to do the job should be the most important. And then the next would be reliability. So if you can't meet certain criteria when you start, because these things should be picked up early on. They shouldn't even get to certain positions in these jobs sometimes. That's why I don't think it's really based on merit a lot of times. Sometimes it's nepotism. And shit, if I owned a company and I could employ someone but the difference, I would employ my family members or if I had children or things like that. But the thing about it, you gotta do what you're supposed to do. I'm not just about to give you a job just because I'm able to employ you and let you basically work for free. I mean, get paid to do nothing. That's what I meant to say. Um, you're gonna be required to do the same thing that all the other employees are required to do. You don't get special treatment just because not at the workplace, just because um, we're related or we're friends or whatever. So like, I think that's a huge, and this is why companies crumble because they hire people just because they know them or just because of rapport. It's a family member, it's a friend, whatever. Like, and then they don't do, you know, They be like, and then it's like that's disrespectful to you. Like if I have a company and I hire you because I'm like, oh, I fuck with you, you my friend, you my cousin, you're whoever, and I hire you to work for my company, and then I take it as disrespect if you start just be like, fuck it, like you start bullshitting, like I ain't gonna come today. She don't care. It's alright because she's who she is. This is whoever I am to them or whatever. Like they just take advantage. You are required to do the same task that all the other employees are required to do at the company. You don't get special treatment at work because business is business and pleasure is pleasure, and you don't mix it ever. So if I had a company and I hired family members or friends or people that I know and stuff, I would give them the opportunity. Some people probably wouldn't because if I know how they are and I don't think they would, I would give people a chance. But you will get fired too if you do some bullshit. Like if you start not coming to work late or you start fucking shit up, I'm gonna just warn you. Yeah.
Here go these paper towels of instruments that you had. They were right here on the thing. I don't know how you can see it. Where you at?
And here we recording. Oh, where was that?
Right here on the table.
Oh, okay.
And where's that towel and cloth that you had?
I didn't use yours. I brought
No, the
one.
one you already had.
Oh, it's in a hamper. I was gonna wash it.
Where is that? Because I'm getting ready to wash stuff. I'm getting ready to wash some towels.
She's out. Probably better open the door open.
No, I closed it. She's right here. Hi.
So yeah, it's just, I guess it's more important that people are reliable as opposed to any other trait. But you want people to have more personality traits as opposed to reliability. But a lot of times, I was watching something the other day when this dude was saying people use each other, and everybody on the show was like, "Yo, that's not true. Like, I don't use nobody. Yo, don't nobody use me neither." You know what I mean? But when they actually compartmentalized it, you you understand that it is true. Um, People do use each other. So if you're using someone, you're only gonna use someone who's what? Reliable. 9 times out of 10, you're only gonna use somebody that's reliable. And for that fact alone, it's always good to surround yourself around people that are reliable individuals.
And I know someone that was a manager somewhere. Like it wasn't their company because I was speaking from like if you own a company, you can employ people, but they were managers, so they could hire people. And they hired a child and a sibling. And they said they had to let them go because they was fucking up. They was not. They kept calling out of work, and then at this job, people don't show you. You can't find a replacement. You got to do what they supposed to do. So, like, they ended up, and then you know. But I wasn't mad at it. They didn't do it for people. Act like when situations occur or whatever, and it's a bad outcome or whatever, then they be like they make it seem like it's just sporadic, like it just happened out the blue. Tell the whole story. People be doing that. They don't tell what part they played in it. And when somebody tells me a story or tell me something that happened, I like to know both sides. So I ask them, "What did you do?" or whatever when they say something, because
See, I just got a notification from that. No, go
um,
ahead.
I ask what what did they do? Like if somebody
Because
tell me something crazy or whatever.
iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. S. Smith 4805 said. Shout out to you. Um,
What they say?
they said,
That's a quote.
because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Alright. Is that a quote? Is that a quote, or is that a quote from the Bible? From the scriptures. Oh, okay. What chapter? What scripture?
I think he said it, didn't he? In the
No, he said what it was, but I'm saying what chapter, like Matthew, stuff like that. Thank you. That's a good quote. Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Be right back again. Thank you. Thank you.
what was the chapter?
He's looking it up.
Oh. But yeah, because I feel like you don't respect me. Like if I'm a cop and you out here selling drugs in my face, but because we cool, I feel like don't do, if you know that I do that, if you know what my profession is and you sell drugs or something or doing anything else that's breaking the law, then don't do it in front of me. And you know my duty as a cop or whatever. Like I wouldn't want to arrest people that I know if that was my profession, but I feel like you testing me if you're doing things
Matthew
that
24:12. Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Matthew 24:12. If you're I feel like that's disrespectful because you like fuck your position. I'm about to just I'ma still do what I'm doing. Like but yeah, that's the other thing. Um you gotta have integrity. If I hired someone also to do the right thing always, even when no one is looking.
But I think people's intention is usually transactional. I think everybody wants something from somebody else. It's kind of like with BroRilla and Glorilla, their little feud. You know what I mean? But she's beefing with everybody because she believes that she's entitled to everything that her sister creates because she relies on her. So she finds her sister to be reliable, but she's really not looking out for her, or so they claim. She said a roach bitter, all this, you know what I mean, all this crazy stuff. I didn't even know they bit. They bite.
They do, but they don't. They only. There's a specific. Something has to happen for them to bite you. I don't think they just do it automatically. Like it's a defense.
Because people not doing stuff for love anymore. People doing stuff because they get something in return, subconsciously, or just straight
That's
up.
what you
Just
get
tell
in
me. Just
return.
tell me. I just want to know.
That's what you get in return. Somebody to love you back.
That's sometimes that's not enough.
That,
Sometimes that's not enough.
that's why
What is
holiday.
it? Love don't pay the bills.
Love should have run.
Love don't be doing nothing for nobody at the end of the day.
On Holiday Heart, he was like, I get what you supposed to get out of this world. I love somebody and they love me back. He was like, Fletcher, loves me.
Smith.
That girl in there loves me.
Smith said.
I thought you loved me, Wanda. I thought you loved me. He said a holiday.
Smith said we're supposed to give and not expect anything in return. But then you shouldn't expect anything in return, but people should just give anyway. But if everybody has a mentality, then nobody would want for anything. The problem is people are stingy, or people don't want to give. You know, you got some people that want to give just because they have an abundance of something. They have more than they need, so they give to others. Because all they're gonna do is just, you know, it's just gonna be left over. But then there's other people that have an abundance and they be like, more for me. They can't even eat all of it. Like sometimes, like I might order something from Uber Eats and I'll be like, I want to ask everybody, but if I ask people and they be like, they don't want it, I'll be like, well, they don't want it. But I would gladly give it to them because I'm just gonna throw it away.
Yeah, when I used to work at Frontier, well, I shouldn't have said the name of the job, but there was this girl there, and sometimes I didn't finish my food. I'll have leftovers. I might bring it home or something if I ordered food on my lunch. And it doesn't matter what, she must have experienced tough times before or whatever, because she would eat. Like if I get a sub, like you said, you don't want to waste it, right? So I ain't eat the whole thing or whatever. But I bit it already, like, and I don't know her like that. That's just my coworker. But even still, I don't like. Well, maybe it's me. I don't like that. Like something like you could share chips or something, or I could break a piece off. But I wouldn't want to eat a sandwich.
She wants the DNA.
No, but I'm saying. I'm talking about giving because I had leftovers, and you know most people be like, no, after you done played all over it, not played over it, but you done stuck your fork in there, you done been eating it, you got slobber because your fork go back in the food after you had it in your mouth. That's like double dipping or whatever. So and it would be no matter what it was, she would take it, but I know she wasn't going through. You know, sometimes. And I felt bad because it was this boy, he was supposed to be her friend, and he would be talking to her, he was like, she drank that soda that was sitting in the trash can because in the cafeteria, somebody had left a Coke on top of the trash can. Like, but they didn't, I don't know why they left it there or whatever. And she took it. It had been there like all day. We all seen it every time we passed by or whatever. And she drank it. And he told everybody. And I'm like, why you do that? And then he said she was picking up cigarettes off the ground. And I'm like, that girl, and then she told me, you know, she was going through tough times. She had a habit at one point, but she had gotten clean, and she had a job. She was working at Frontier or whatever. But I don't know, I think her husband has his job was like seasonal. So, because it was like something where you had to work outside, like construction and stuff like that, so there would be months where he would be out of work or whatever because.
So we got comments. I know you going in. We got comments. So Smith said, I want to, and before I address his last question that he just asked, because he's been writing a lot of stuff. Smith said, but sometimes people that have the most are willing to give. He said, the people that he's known that have given the most were poor. And that kind of, with your story, what you were saying, that kind of resonated with me. That kind of made me think a little bit deeper. People that do have a lot because they work so hard to get what they have, they want to keep it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not giving nothing up. You know how hard I work to get this? Like, you know what I mean? It's like that. And people that don't have much, you know, whenever they have something, they're so used to sharing whatever they have with the people that's around them, whatever they can, that they do give a little bit more. But he also asked, who are you? I just found your live stream on my feed. He asked, who are you? So, if you're just coming in, because I mean, when we get up here, we talk because we're regular people, but we have a podcast, so we don't have no real. I don't want to say we don't have no organization, but we're having a conversation in the midst of what we're talking about. So sometimes we do go on a tangent, a little bit long-winded in other areas, but we are Get Lifted. 30 is the new 20 podcast. We talk about everything, hot button topics, but right now we're talking about the Epstein Files, but we have a lot of videos. We talked about several different things. But I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Smith. My apologies, ma'am. I didn't know you were. But yeah, we talk about a lot of different things. But right now, what's intriguing is the story about these files. Like, why is it so much of a secret? Why is it so kept a secret? Why are they just exposing this? Why are there some names that are blocked out? Why are there some names that are not blocked out? You know what I mean? But we also have other things that we wanted to talk about too. And one of the things that really kind of piqued my interest and we deal with in normal everyday life is what type of people do we like to have around us, which we could really correlate this with the Epstein situation, right? Because we allow all different types of people into our lives. And for whatever reason, family, friends, co-workers, associates, whatever you want to call it. And what is a good quality that we would want for somebody to be a part of our team? And I relate that to work. You know what I mean? The people that I find the most reliable are the people that I'm going to have. And they have different characteristics. Everybody's somebody different, but I can accept them with no judgment because they get the job done. Now, it depends on what type of job I'm doing. Like if I'm working with children or something like that, I don't want ex-offenders, you know what I mean, working with us, you know what I mean, but...
Or PDF files.
Right, PDF files. But if I'm working with, you know, business or we're doing something, we're doing like a grind or we're just, we're working in construction or something like that, it would be minimal vetting of a background check, which I think a lot of people probably they don't like too much. But these people are hungry. They want to get money. They want to work hard. They want to get the job done. And that's what we want. We want people that are reliable. So it's harder to find people that have everything that are really reliable because they have so much already, they don't really want to do the work. Or they feel like they have enough or they're content. So they don't want to work harder because they're already getting what they need. Versus the people that feel like, yo, I deserve more, or I deserve better, or I want to get a little bit more, or I could use that for this or whatever. They're going to work a little bit harder because they want it more. They're more reliable. So I don't really look at whatever you do if I care about you, if you're reliable, because one, I care about you, and then two, you're a reliable person. Now, a friendship with a person like that, like, you know, if you cared about that person at some point in life, he was like a brother or whatever, y'all met girls in college that were your age or something like that, you know what I mean? And then you bonded. And then later on you find out that he's this disgusting individual. Now it's like, damn, like what do I do? Like I could always count on my boy, but he moved this path now, you know what I mean? I can't rock with him because I don't move like that. You know what I mean? So it's just a wild situation to have yourself in, because it's really like, who can you rely on? You know what I mean? You can only really rely on yourself. Like look at Tory Lane. Look at Tory Lane's and Meg Thee Stallion situation. Like I hate to go into that because I know people don't like to really talk about that ghetto shit. But let's step away from the politics because that's really Epstein is politics. But let's talk about that Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion situation. So like that's reliable, right? So like look, her friend was supposed to be cool with her. They were so cool with each other that they got this dude doing a dime. He doing 10 years in prison, getting stabbed by people or whatever. And they're not able to count on each other anymore. Smith said, you can only rely on Jesus Christ. People are flawed and they disappoint you. But God is good and he is trustworthy. We're talking about, we moved over to the Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion situation and Kelsey Harris.
And she came out and said allegedly that she was the one that shot her.
Her bodyguard did. Her bodyguard came out and admitted that, you know, he made a vivid statement. I played it on our earlier shit, but I'll play it right now. So everybody can hear it. Like.
Not long ago, United People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver of Ms. Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was a witness to the conversation Ms. Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. Passenger side is where Ms. Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case. For example, there were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson, even though unknown DNA was found on the gun. Why wasn't Miss Harris's DNA taken? Or was it taken and the information simply never given to the defense? Why wasn't the driver of the car, Mr. Jaquan Smith's DNA taken? Or was it taken and again, simply not given to the defense? Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a judge.
All right, so that's where we at with that. So my thing is this: do you believe that this is true, or are you just like, fuck it, we'll believe it when we see it? He already in jail. He did what he did. Because when this whole situation happened, everybody was like, "Oh, if you ride for him, you what you call it? If you ride for him, you misogynistic, you hate women, or whatever. And I'm like, why you say that? Why would you say that? Like, no, I don't. I just want to know what's going on. I want to know all the facts before I decide to say, yeah, this dude is guilty. That's the only thing that I was saying, because I don't think none of them were reliable. I think she a snake because she already knew he was dealing with the other girl, and then she tried to steal him, and well did. You feel me? And that was grimy. So I don't know. I let my plane there, but he took the L for them. That's crazy. Let me go check.
People just gotta be honest. I mean, I know you don't want to get caught, but you let somebody else take the fall. But then again, people do that. Like, they'll be like, "Oh, you just gonna get a slap on the wrist if you if you take this charge from me because you've never been in trouble before." Then the other person got a record. In this case, I don't know if that, but I'm just using that as an example. People have done that before. Then I think if somebody really valued you as a person, valued your presence, valued whatever you meant to them, and you really meant something to them, they wouldn't allow you to ruin your life for them and get the repercussions for a crime that they committed if they valued your relationship. But I don't know. Prayers go out to everybody involved in this situation. If this is what happened, then he needs to be released, and she needs to go. She needs to be arrested, and then if he didn't do it, then it's like, how is he even in prison? Because there can't be any evidence that he did unless somebody set him up or something. They put his fingerprints on something. Like, because was his blood at the scene? Like, why was them just saying, why was he able to get arrested if she's the one that pulled the trigger? Like, because that's not enough alone. You don't have no actual evidence. You didn't see them. So how could you just arrest him without proof aside of what, because you couldn't have evidence from him if he ain't the one that did it. You know what I'm saying? If he's innocent, there's no evidence. So how did he get arrested in the first place? Unless somebody set him up or whatever.
I think it was a setup. Right. Who was protecting her? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he was protecting her really, because if he knew he ain't do nothing, why you ain't speak up? Why you wanted to take that L? Why would you put yourself, and
that's why I said she don't value him because she allowed him in prison.
He got assaulted.
Yeah, he could have.
Like, that's crazy, yo. He endured a lot.
He could have been unalived
for a lie. Because he was reliable. Would you say he was reliable?
Yeah, she could definitely depend on him.
That's crazy. Is that a simp?
Was he even messing with her? Oh, that's why they were fighting. He was messing with both of them. Yeah. Oh, he was. See, I mean, you know, if that's your man, I just got finished saying that people shouldn't be taking a fall for people. But if he was fucking with her, that's it. I respect that, but I don't think it's about, do she appreciate it? But she shouldn't have did this shit. I think you need to be punished for what you do, but I respect that if he was fucking with her, that he's like, I'm not gonna let you go to jail.
What if they're Smith said, what if they're both involved in something bigger that's being covered up?
It's a possibility. That's always a possibility. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Smiley laughs at me because I, always have a story of of why I think something happened or what's really going on that they're not telling us about, and he thinks I'm a kook.
It's an Epstein file. That's the new X file.
I was about to say
It's an Epstein file. Like it's some wild shit. Because a lot of these things, like, it seems so crazy that it's possible that it, you know what I mean? Because okay, let me give you something. Let me give you one. How long did we believe that aliens might exist? Remember that? Remember you used to feel like, man, aliens don't exist, and you used to call those kids nerds that used to be having a "I still believe" shirt, and they got a alien head in the middle of it. You thought there was something wrong with them, and then a couple years ago, they have a court hearing, and they say aliens exist. Oh my God! So like now it's like I sound like Joe Rogan or some shit. Like, but like, yo, it's crazy. Like, yo, right? Maxwell's a vampire. Like, you know what I mean? Like crazy shit like that. Like, it's like
Maxwell the singer.
Yeah.
They said it about Pharrell too, cause they try to say, cause they look so young.
Yeah, Smith, what's up? Smith has a question.
Yeah, shoot it. Go ahead.
I'm not charging.
We welcome all question, and if you have something that you'd like us to discuss, or you have
it probably tastes good too.
With strawberries at the bottom.
Yeah. All the fixings.
Well,
I know you want some, yo.
I know that.
Yo, y'all is greedy, yo. Didn't you just eat?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
The chicken still, you know.
I'll give you some of my salad too. It looked like it's from Miami.
Right, like it's alcohol beverage. Margarita.
So you sent me a video of BlueFace choking a wax figure of Zendaya. Talk about that. What's that about?
I guess they're trying to.
I have a question. Oh, I'm sorry. Smith question. I'm sorry. Did you know that there are rivets, bolts, and nuts holding the parts of UFOs together? So, are you saying that it's human, or it might be like they might be like us? They not like us.
They not like us. They not like us.
Wow, that's a crazy theory. I've never got close to a UFO. I've never got close to a UFO, Smith. So I can't make that assertion. Maybe that's your experience. You know, where do they manufacture the parts? That's what I'm saying. They're not of this world, so they manufacture it wherever they're from. Whatever planet they have has materials that they could create whatever. Now, if they have, you never know. Maybe they have some type of magnet with their metals, so it automatically stays together or something, doesn't come apart. Maybe, what about that? That'd be crazy. The strongest magnet ever used to create devices, and I don't know.
They came down to Earth and took our technology and.
But why would they come down to Earth to take technology, right?
Because
like
they can advance it with what they have. Like they mix.
But they don't need our shit.
They can use it to.
Yo, when we just got a calculator, they had Teslas. Like they was already like when we had beepers, they had PDAs.
They got
like aliens are way more advanced than humans, man.
The Fifth Element. They have flying cars.
Look up, probably, yeah. 0 point energy patents. That's what Smith said. 0 point energy patents. Welcome everybody, appreciate you. Yo, you know what? Like, I love how the government is starting to release all their secrets now. Like, it's awesome. All right. It's our technology. Look up DARPA, DARPA. Is that an acronym or is that a word? DARPA, the 0 point energy patents.
Focus on theoretical methods for extracting energy from the quantum vacuum, often leveraging the Casimir effect or electromagnetic fluctuation. Notable examples include patents on quantum vacuum energy extraction, US 7379286B2, and quantum noise power devices, US 1125839B2.
Oh, shit.
These patents aim to harness vacuum energy for usable power or population.
You got all types of shit. Yo, you know what's crazy? Like, I love that shit. I remember when I first learned about the HARP program, right?
Yeah.
And how they were using sonic technology to create weather and shit, like storms and shit, tornadoes and tsunamis and shit like that. And they were fucking people up with it. Like you know what I mean? Like they were using it for bad. Like they weren't using this technology for good. I think technology can be good, but the people that are creating it are evil. They're evil geniuses. Because we do need this tech. We need it to survive. We need to get to the next level. There's certain things that are happening in an atmospheric level that we have no control over, and we need this technology to bridge the gap between other planets so we can get away from whatever issue. If we ever have to abandon this planet, we either have to be able to sustain life on a ship that we've created or sustain life on another planet. And there's really no planet that's habitable for us. We couldn't breathe the air and none of that shit.
It said soon, or I don't know what time frame, that we're gonna need to have saunas in our home because the air is gonna make us sick breathing it. People are gonna start getting sick.
Damn, motherfuckers gonna have to wear masks, gonna have to wear gas masks. Shit's getting spooky out here, man. But I think, yeah, that probably would help if we eliminate fossil fuel. They have this kid that created he created gas energy out of plastic though. What do you guys think about that? The kid that created gas energy out of plastic. That shit was dope. He was like a high school student. He was like a junior in high school or some shit. So he was like 16, 15 or some shit. And his mother wanted to keep him a secret because he said he was getting some spooky threats. No, he wasn't. I don't think that's true. Because I follow him on Instagram. But I'm not gonna say that that is not true. I'm gonna do you a favor and look it up. Because I just think that he's still alive. Plastic fuel genius. I'm gonna call him a genius. Yeah, okay. So They tried to stop him. What did he say? Now, he's still alive. This kid. There's nothing. Now, I'm not saying that that's not true because sometimes we don't get the information out. But what was his name? Julian Brown was his name. His name was Julian Brown. Julian Brown. Okay. Now, as soon as I looked him up, Snopes came up. You know, Snopes debunks a lot of things. So Brown purportedly found a way with plastic waste into fuel. Stopped posting after telling social media followers he was in danger. July 2025, rumors spread online. A young inventor with 1.7 million social media followers had disappeared. Julian Brown, 21, of Georgia, has purported to have created a low-cost solar energy-powered process convert plastic waste into gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel, which he called Plastoline. Internet users to suggest this invention, which some people claim will make fuel free while tackling plastic pollution, to turn Brown into the target of corporate interests. He's still, I don't know if he's still alive. He was in a helicopter in July. The Julian Brown, the kid who discovered Plastoline, who created it. Plastic gasoline.
Plastic gasoline? Wow.
All right, but they're saying that he's safe. They're saying that he's safe, Smith. I don't know, like, cause they said that before, and then my boy was on a podcast. They said that before, and we looked it up and we found out that he is alive. His mother had made a statement with him, and they were living pretty well. And you know, I mean, he is a genius, though. That's not what the lie is. The alleged thing is of his safety, and they said they can confirm that he is safe. He's just not posting anything.
What? Somebody said that he was dead, or that they?
Yeah, he might. Well, he disappeared for a while. He did that because people was messing with him, like, you know, trolling him probably and hacking his account and all this other stuff. You that smart, you don't know how to not get your account hacked. I don't know. Nah, I shouldn't say that. I got.
You say they were moving them out?
Yeah, that shit was crazy. They was clicking on shit. I'm using my computer, they clicking on shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And then I seen how the tables were turned on niggas like that. Like, you know, they was about to get me. It was like, I'm gonna get you. Speaking of I'm gonna get you, BlueFace backlash of choking wax figure is Zendaya. What do you think about that? Let's talk about that.
Oh yeah, people are outraged because, you know, it's not really her. And then can they do anything about it? Like, is there a crime committed or is that a charge? Like, indecent to a wax figure, indecent to
Choking
assault to a wax figure.
Yeah, like that's. I mean, if it's their property, you know, nah, that's you. That would be a civil joint. That would be you messing with somebody's property. Cause they can't do nothing. they trying to investigate, they trying to build a case, but you're not gonna really be able to do much off of that because that's somebody that would be their property, so the person will have to press charges. That'd be just a little payoff. Now, she could say it was a defamation thing, but that would probably be a reach because it's a wax figure, like, you know what I mean? He could be like, I don't even know who that is. I just did whatever.
That's weird though, because he probably like her. He probably like, this is what I would do. So I don't think he choked her. I mean, it sounds crazy, but I think he was choking her in a sexual manner, not choking. But then he do got DB with Sean.
Yeah.
And he done got a different flavor every other week.
I don't know, man. Like, BlueFace is a funny character. Do I think he needs to be stopped? Like, let's just say that. Let's say, how do I feel about that? Do I think he needs to be stopped? I think he needs to just do what he's doing. I mean, if he's not doing nothing illegal, keep doing what he's doing. Every character, because he's a social media influencer, so every character, they got their little thing. As long as you're not causing harm to nobody and nothing like that, do what you do. He's supposed to be having a boxing match with Swaggy P. MK Ultra. Ooh. MK Ultra. You know about that?
Yeah.
Talk about it. What do you know about it?
It's like the big clone, like what they said about Gucci Man, that after he got out of prison, that's not making him the clone tech. So.
Is that what it is, Smith? It's cloning?
It's a program that.
A program?
That, yeah.
It's a mind control program? Yeah. Okay, all right. I think they made a movie about that, and they had the dude. Man, I don't know what this dude's name is, man. He played in Zombieland. You ever seen that? Mind control programming. Yeah. He played in shit. He played in Social Network. You saw that? Okay. He was Mark Zuckerberg. That dude, Mark Zuckerberg.
I believe
he played in a lot of movies, but I can only think of those like.
They say that about a lot of celebrities that they under MK Ultra.
He was thorough in that movie that I see. Like, he was doing some shit. I was like, yo, he seemed like he can't fight, but in that shit he was a beast. He also played in Now You See Me. It's like a.
I like that.
You like that? Okay, that dude, the weird, awkward dude.
I know you talk
yeah.
about. You said social media.
Social network.
Yeah.
Social Network was a good flick. What do you think about Sexy Red making a remake of Beat It called Eat It?
She needs
just
to
eat it.
She needs to beat it and stop making what she calls classified music. Because I don't think it is. I don't listen to that garbage.
Oh, they were outraged. You got an extra fork over there. You got two.
They came with the.
They
gave me a lot. Look.
They like you.
Great. 5 extra wings. Him ordered.
Yo, and you know what I hate? Like, okay, so we live in Connecticut, everyone, right? So like one thing I know about Connecticut chefs or whatever, they're very arrogant. They don't want you to put any extra dressing on their stuff because they don't want you to overdo their flavor. They got their own thing. Like, listen, let me do what I want to do, man.
That was the thing.
Let me have it my way. There was this burger place where they won't let you use ketchup and shit. I'm like, yo, I won't eat there, bro. If I ate burgers, I want it. I want to have ketchup on my burger. What you mean?
Yeah, sometimes we order food, it'd be like this store, this merchant does not allow modifications. So like when I put stuff in the notes, like if it's a sandwich or something, what I want to put on it, or how I want the fries to be. Like I be putting notes in there, but some of them
Yes,
don't allow
ketchup is
you
great. It's a
to
great
put.
invention.
Huh?
I'm saying, she said ketchup is good. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
ketchup is a great invention.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And what was I saying? Oh, but this girl was at this restaurant, like which you like hibachi or something, or hot. I think it's called K-pop or something. But they have, they cook the food, well, you cook it yourself. And she brought seasoning from home. And she was sprinkling it up there. They was like, that's disrespectful. People in the comments said that that's disrespectful because their food, that's their culture, how it is supposed to eat it, how it is. And they said it was ghetto because she brought seasoning to the restaurant.
Do you think it's ghetto to bring hot sauce to a restaurant? Bring your own personal hot sauce?
I don't know. If they have hot sauce there, just go somewhere they have hot sauce. I mean, if people bring seasoning or hot sauce or whatever, I'm not gonna say nothing. But if they have that there, just don't eat at restaurants that don't have that. If
I go to a restaurant and somebody got hot sauce, somebody got hot sauce that I like, I'm be like, man, I'm glad I didn't think of that.
I wanted to buy that zesty sauce from Burger King. Like I know that's a fast food restaurant, but they zesty sauce. Listen, I'm telling you, if you never had it, it changes.
You like that sauce like that?
Keeping it, like I'll have extra if I have gone there, and I'll be dipping chips in it or cooking with it.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's like. I don't know. Maybe you. I don't know.
I love it.
Something with your taste buds to it, but I don't know.
Dip the mozzarella sticks. I don't like that marinara.
Look, I tell you this. They got different flavors of different things from different places that I would get together. Zesty sauce. I don't even know where I would put it, but I'll give you. You say you love it.
On everything.
All right.
Like Frank's.
Frank's Red Hot hot sauce is in my top 5.
And banana peppers go in a lot.
Banana peppers go in a lot of stuff. They are good. Buffalo Wild Wings blazing sauce. I know people probably don't fuck with it like that, but that's gotta be in my top 5.
You be trying to burn your face.
It's gotta be in there. Lemon pepper. I love lemon pepper.
Mango pepper.
Jerk flavor, and spicy curry flavor. Yes, Frank's Red Hot sauce is the best. Hell yeah. I got family members that are just like have like a pocket full of ketchup packets. Don't come near with them. Like, I put it on everything. I put hot sauce literally on everything. I don't eat beef anymore though. I only eat I only eat like fish, turkey, chicken, things like that. I don't eat pork. But I used to love steak. I would love hot sauce on my steak. See, we on the East Coast, so we got like so many different food places that we can choose from. We got like our own style here, and then we got other people that come from different areas and start businesses out here. So we got like Brazilian, Colombian, Ecuadorian, Japanese, Korean, Chinese. Yeah, pork is terrible for you. I try to tell people that, you know, you shouldn't really eat pork, but I don't try to lecture them about what they eat. People, you know. And then it doesn't help. We got family members that live to be over 70 years old and they eat pork every day. Or almost every day. I don't know if they could run a marathon though. But food was different back then, right? Like, wasn't food more healthy? Yeah, food used to be really healthy back in the day. Yo, these Epstein files are freaking me out. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, yeah. If you get your meat from your local farm, yeah, it's probably gonna be better. Especially if they grow their own food, grow their own livestock. Oh yeah. This dude was like for so long, you know what I mean? And all these people was around him. Nobody knew. Like nobody knew that this dude was doing what he was doing this whole time. Like I find that hard to believe. Like they knew. I heard that conspiracy too. The meat, that's my sister's thing. That's her biggest thing. It's in the food that they serve you in these restaurants. Certain restaurants. And some people have taken pictures of it and said that they've seen it. Posted on Instagram. Page got taken down or they got flagged from one of the fast food restaurants.
Okay, you want some tequila
Hmm?
too? No.
Thank
Put some up here.
you. Oh, go ahead, grab.
What's the stuff we're talking about?
How so they didn't know. They didn't know who he was or what he was about this whole time. It's
Who's
hard to
that?
believe. All the people that was so
They was a part of it too. And then people ain't lying, they did it. They all guilty. I don't care. Cause I don't know. It's just I feel like celebrity, it's got an onion in it too. I feel like celebrities be weird. They just have weird personality. Creative people, they be weird. So like they be into different stuff. They have different interests than normal people because they're creative behind things differently. So it would make them more susceptible to do stuff like that. Unfortunately, because they have money, they get bored with the mundane life, like normal people.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I sense that. Well, that was all the topics for today.
And thank you guys for tuning in. We love you. GL30 fam. Like, share, and subscribe, and click the notification bell so you're notified the next time we post or go live. I'm La Hefa.
And I'm SmileyJizzle. And we out, you guys. Thank you.